Welcome to Roslyn Court. Welcome back to Roslyn Court. We're a select bunch this evening because the pubs are open, aren't they? Why aren't we in the pub? Out the pub. Well, because it's blooming cold, that's why. So this evening we have Steve Turner, who's going to be playing his concertina. We had a workshop this afternoon, which went really, really well. That's good. John, behave yourself. Yeah. So first of all, the raffle. Yeah, you've got a good chance of winning this evening at the moment. You know the rules. To join the raffle, you have to donate to Steve. All the money goes to him. Or if you join in the live chat, then your name also goes in the raffle. Okay. So the first prize is that. Yeah, which is late call.
Late cut.
Late cut. I can't read. Late cut. Steve Turner's CD. And the second prize is a Who Gives a Crap emergency toilet roll. They give 50% of their profit to water charities. So that's great. We love them. So, this evening, I'm singing a song because I read an article this week which Peggy Seeger said that bawdy folk songs exist in the world but are not sung, which I saw as a bit of a personal affront. And so because we do bawdy songs quite a lot here, she and Ewan McCall were the first to record this song in the 1950s. It's made when you're young, and it's got a good chorus, so come on, Paul and Sam, you know this one. An old man can came courting me, hey, ding Durham day. An old man came courting me, me being young. An old man came courting me, offered to marry me. Mate, when you're young, never wed an old man. 'Cause he's got no fallurum, fiaddle-I-urum. He's got no fallurum, fiaddle all day. He's got no fallurum, he's lost his ding Durham. Oh, mate, when you're young, never wed an old man. When we went to church, hey, ding Durham day. When we went to church, me being young. When we went to church, I knew it wouldn't work, mate. When you're young, never wed an old man. When we went to bed, hey, ding Durham day. When we went to bed, me being young. When we went to bed, he never did nor said, mate, when you're young, never wed an old man. 'Cause he's got no fallurum, fiaddle-I-urum. He's got no fallurum, diddle all day. He's got no fallurum, he's lost his ding Durham. Oh, mates, when you're young, never wed an old man. When he went to sleep, hey, ding Durham day. When he went to sleep, me being young. When he went to sleep, out of bed I did creep into the arms of my handsome young man. And he's got his fallurum, fi-diddle-I-urum. He's got his fallurum, fi-diddle all day. He's got his fallurum, he's found my ding Durham. Oh, mate, when you're young, never wed an old man. All right, so this evening we have Steve Turner, who is a traditional and contemporary singer. He's been around for a while, nothing to do with the last song at all. He's got a great voice, really, really good voice, and he's an expert in song accompaniment using concertina. As I said, he did a workshop earlier, which was really good. He also plays a cittern, mandolin, and banjo. He began his career in Manchester. For some reason in Manchester, you joined a Geordie band.
Yes, it's a long story. You don't want to know.
I don't want to know, yeah. Called Canny Fettle.
Mm.
Yeah?
Ah,
oh, great.
way,
Way, man. Oh. And toured with them for about 8 years. So you started off well. That's good. That's good. He's toured extensively as a solo artist, and he's also worked with people like Martin Carthy, who we love, Nancy Kerr, who we love, and Miranda Sykes, who we also love. He's got CDs. His 8th one, which is our prize tonight, features Eliza Carthy, Martin Simpson, and Sam Carter. It was released in 2019. It was very, very well received. Yeah, you can get it. If you want to buy it, you can buy it from Steve Turner's website. He'll give you details later. Now, Nancy Kerr, when she was asked, what was the best gig you ever saw? She answered, straight away, Steve Turner. And Cohen Braithwaite Kilcoyne from Granny's Attic wrote in Songlines this month that Steve Turner's CD Braiding is one of his all-time favourites. So no pressure there, Steve. None at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you'd like to take to the stage, Steve Turner, it's your turn.
Follow that then, eh? Blimey. Well, it's a pleasure to be at Roslin Court. It really is. It's the first booking I've done in a year, so I'm basically starting my career from scratch again. So you can expect the cock-ups and see what happens. It's been a good day for me because my football team won. Hartlepool United 7-2, they beat Wealdstone, so what could be better than that? So this is a chorus song, sort of I'm in a chorus singing mood. You have to make the chorus up as you go along, so that's a nice challenge for you. It's from the Hammond and Gardner collection, from which is edited by my mate Nick Dow. He's done a wonderful job. It's called A Southern Songster. If you can get hold of that book, it's 15 quid. Got some great, amazing stuff in it. And this is it's called Come Me Brave Boys. It's from the Portsmouth Workhouse, which was a hotbed of folk music in about 1907. Many songs were collected there. What better place? Come, come, my brave boys, now the wind's right abaft. We will pack on our stunsails, both fore and abaft. While ready cries our captain, there blows a sweet gale. We will soon see the English land, boys. We will soon see the English land, boys. If the breezes don't fail, if the breezes don't fail, we will soon see the English land, boys, if the breezes don't fail. Come, come, my brave boys, never mind how she rolls. We will sing at our topsails, both low and above. No muddy cries our captain, there blows a sweet gale. We will soon see the Isle of Wight, boys. We will soon see the Isle of Wight, me boys. If the breezes don't fail, if we clap on more sail, we will soon see the Isle of Wight, me boys, if the breezes don't fail. Oh, we are a ride that's Spithead, and we are at our ease. We will pipe hands to Skylark, and we'll do as we please. No more cries our captain, there blows a sweet gale. We will soon take our whack, boys. We will soon take our whack, me boys. If the banks do not fail, if the banks do not fail, we will soon take our whack, boys. If the banks do not fail, and we will soon take our whack, boys. If the banks do not fail. Well, hopefully we've got rid of all the cock-ups after one song. That should be good. This is a song from America called the Blue Mountains. One morning in May, I overheard a married man to a young girl say, "Come dress you, pretty Katie, and come along with me. Across the Blue Mountains to the Allegheny. I'll buy you a horse love and a saddle to ride. I'll buy me another to ride by your side. We'll stop at every tavern, we'll drink when we're dry. Across the Blue Mountains go, my Katie and I. But up spoke the mother, and angry was she then, saying, daughter, dear daughter, he is a married man, and there's plenty of young men more handsome than he. So let him take his own wife to the Allegheny. Oh mother, dear mother, he's the man of my heart. And wouldn't it be a dreadful thing for he and I to part? I'd envy every woman that ever I'd see go across the Blue Mountains to the Allegheny. They left the next morning on a buckskin and roan through the shivering pines where the mockingbirds roam, through the dark canyons where no man had been, across the Blue Mountains to the Allegheny. One morning in May, I overheard a married man to a young girl say, come dress you pretty Katie and come along with me across the Blue Mountains to the Allegheny. So as well as having to relearn my entire repertoire, I've also learnt quite a few new songs and to add to the complications. So this is a song called Rochester City, and it's also from Nick Dow's book, The Southern Songster. Get hold of it if you want to learn some good songs. From the Hammond and Gardner collection. I was interested in this song because it's got a bit of a... It's the obvious one about the sailor and his true love, you know, as you find very often in traditional songs. The problem is, this particular sailor falls in love with a girl from Rochester, but the following morning he has to be on his ship, which leaves from Plymouth, which is like about 300 miles away. So how he gets to Plymouth from Rochester in time for the sailing, I do not know. So we have to face that problem. In Rochester city, a fair maid did dwell. For wit and for beauty none could her excel. Admired she was, had many's the sweetheart. One youth above any, he loved her so well. This gallant young lad, he was a brisk sailor. Many years he'd been sailing the watery main. The enemy insulted our British flag royal. The enemy insulted our British flag royal. For some months to go, for some months to go, for some months I must go for to face them again. Early one morning, as day it was dawning, this sweet, pretty fair one, a message was sent. 'Twas written these words, my love, don't you be grieving. 'Tis you and you only, it's constant I'll be. There's many the fair maid I'll meet, there's no doubt of, while our ship she at Plymouth in harbour do lay. No one will entice me to think on another. No one will entice me to think on another. While I am away, while I am away, I hope, my dear Sally, you'll do so by me. Farewell, my dear Sally, till next time I meet you. Our ship's bound for India and ready to sail. It's early tomorrow, our ship she's appointed. All hands must be ready to go and set sail. May the heavens protect you until our next meeting, which I hope may be soon when the wars are all o'er. And then, my dear Sally, we will be united. And then, my dear Sally, we will be united. In sweet harmony, in sweet harmony, and lead our lives happy and safe on the shore. And lead our lives happy and safe on the shore. I'm going to do 3 songs from the American Civil War. The first one's called The Vacant Chair, and it's a sort of sentimental song, really. I tend to, when I look for a song, I tend to look for songs with good tunes and good words. I have to make a bit of an exception in this case with the words, but it's a great tune, and it was sung by both sides in the American Civil War. It's written in about 1861. And this song was taken by the Bluegrass Fraternity, and you can see it, their version on YouTube. And they changed the tune for some unknown reason. They put it to the Union Miners tune, you know, the Union Miners stand together, do not heed. It's got a perfectly good tune of its own, and this is the original tune. It's got a chorus that goes, we shall meet and we shall miss him. There will be a vacant chair. We shall linger to remember while we breathe the evening air. It goes like this. We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be a vacant chair. We shall linger to remember while we breathe the evening air. When a year ago we gathered, joy was in his mild blue eye, and a golden cord is severed, and our hopes in ruins lie. We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be a vacant chair. We shall linger to remember while we breathe the evening air. By our fireside, sad and lonely, often will the bosom swell in remembrance remembrance of the story, how our noble hero fell, how he strove to bear the banner in the thickest of the fight, and uphold our country's honour in the strength of manhood's might. We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be a vacant chair. We shall linger to remember while we breathe the evening air. They tell us wreaths of glory shall forever deck his brow, but it soothes the anguish only, sweeping all our heartstrings now. Sleep today, O early fallen, in thy green and narrow bed, while the leaves of pine and cypress mingle with the tears we shed. We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be a vacant chair. We shall linger to remember while we breathe the evening air. We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be a vacant chair. We shall linger to remember while we breathe the evening air, while we breathe the evening air. Okay, this is a song written by Henry Clay Work, who was probably the second greatest songwriter after Stephen Foster, American songwriter, and he was involved in the American Civil War. He was an anti-slavery campaigner, and this song was written as an anti-slavery song. It's called "Babylon Is Fallen." It's got another fine chorus. Look out there now, we're going to shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Babylon is fallen, and we're going to occupy the land. Don't you see the black cloud rising over yonder, where the master's old plantation stands? And never you be frightened, those are only comrades come to join and fight for Uncle Sam. Look out there now, we're gonna shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Babylon is fallen, and we're gonna occupy the land. Don't you see the lightning flashing and the canebrake, like as if we're gonna have a storm? No, you are mistaken, those are comrades' bayonets and the buttons on their uniforms. Look out there now, we're gonna shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Babylon is fallen, and we're gonna occupy the land. Way up in the cornfield, where you hear the thunder, that is our old 40-pounder gun. When the shells are missing, we will load with pumpkins, all the same to make the cowards run. Look out there now, we're gonna shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Don't you know that Babylon is fallen, and we're gonna occupy the land. Master was the colonel in the rebel army ever since he went and run away. now his loving servant, they have all been watching, and he took him prisoner yesterday. Look out there now, where they're going to shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Babylon is falling, and we're going to occupy the land. Master, we will be the master, he will be the servant. Try and see if he likes it for a while. So we cut the buttonet, so we take the kernel, so the cannon carry back the shell. Right there now, where they're going to shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Babylon is falling, and we're going to occupy the land. Look out there now, where they're going to shoot. Look out there, don't you understand? Don't you know that Babylon is falling, and we're going to occupy the land. This is the third song from the American Civil War, and this is a true story. This is a song written by a guy called Les Sullivan, who now lives in Dorset, I think. But when I heard him singing it, he was in Bishop Stortford, and the song is also called Sullivan. This is called Sullivan's Farewell, and it's about a captain in the Confederate Army, and who was called Sullivan Ballou. That's a Huguenot name, and he fought at the Battle of Bull Run, the Second Battle of Bull Run, and he was killed at the Battle of Bull Run. And the thing is that he knew he was going to be killed, and he wrote this amazing song, this amazing letter. It's a letter he wrote to his wife, telling her to take care of the children and how much he loved her, and because he knew that he was going to be killed, basically. And Les found this poem and letter, and he decided that he'd make it into a song. And Les Sullivan says that 97% of this is what Sullivan Ballou wrote, and the other 3% is him tying it into a song, basically. And it is a sad song. It is a really sad song. If you like sad songs, this is the one to go for. And then in the wind, the chorus is, then in the wind I will return, and Sarah, when you feel the breeze on your cheek, it will be my breath. And I was playing in Providence, Rhode Island last year, and it happened to be the place where Sullivan Ballou came from, and I was I sang this song, and the guys I was staying with, they took me to the cemetery where Sullivan Ballou is buried. So I saw his gravestone and that of Sarah, his wife. Dear Sarah, I'm writing now. The battle's nigh. Things that I must say to you, if by chance I die. Then in the wind I shall return, and Sarah, when you feel the breeze on your cheek, it will be my breath. Standing fast like those before us, certain in our cause, only God knows what will happen in the midst of wars. Then I shall return and sadder when you feel the breeze on your cheek. It will be my breath. Memories of blissful moments creeping over me. All our hopes are burned to ashes, all we yearn to be. Then in the wind I shall return, and sadder when you feel the breeze on your cheek. It will be my breath. Please forgive me for my failings, watch our sons grow true. Though my final breath escaping whispers just of you, then in the wind I shall return, sadder when you feel the breeze on your cheek. It will be my breath. Then in the wind I shall return, sadder when you feel the breeze on your cheek. It will be my breath. While you're wiping away a tear.
A minute.
Ah.
I'm just going to.
Right.
Yeah. That was absolutely beautiful. It was really weepy, wasn't it? Yeah. Steve has actually driven all the way down from Nottingham to come to this concert this evening, and he's going to drive back there this evening. I hope you're going to drive very carefully. He's a professional musician, and so he relies on income from gigs like this to actually feed himself and buy all those instruments that he plays. So if you can, please donate to Steve Turner this evening, and he'll get all the money that we put that goes to PayPal. And thank you very much to those who've done it already, and look forward to any more that are coming in. And so I'm going to pass back to him now to keep going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that reminds me, I do have some CDs for sale. I've got four albums here. The latest one is the Raffle prize, of course. That's called Late Cut, and they're £10 each. Or if you buy all four, if you buy any more than two, you can get remarkable discounts, which I shall make up as we go along. And I'm going to do another of my new songs, and this is called When Ladies Go a-Thieving, which is a very unusual subject for a song. It's about women who steal clothes from department stores. It seems a bit odd, but in the 1840s, when department stores first opened, things like places like Bloomingdale's in America and Debenhams in Britain, they were first opened, and they weren't exactly like they are today, of course, because everything was sort of laid out on tables for people to look at. And before department stores opened, women, when they wanted a new dress, they had to go to the dressmaker and get it made, and that was a sort of solitary job. But when the department stores opened, it was a wonderful place to be, and they were absolutely mesmerised by the bright lights and the hundreds of different gowns and dresses and things that they could buy, and they got sort of into the habit of going about 2 or 3 times a day, and they could meet their friends and go in the restaurant, have a cup of coffee and stuff like that. And it got to the stage where they were hypnotised by it basically, and they just used to steal clothes, you know. And these were sort of middle class ladies, you know, and the security was pretty sparse. So they were taken to. Eventually they were caught and taken to the court, and the judge used to sort of pass them off with a warning and say that were very, very bad and you shouldn't do that again. And this is a bit of a protest song actually, because it also mentions the fact that any working class man stealing a loaf of bread to feed his family, if he got caught, he'd be locked in jail or sent off to Van Diemen's Land for 7 years, you know, and that's basically what this song is all about. And it all changed with the invention of the vitrine, which the dresses and the clothes and everything else were put in for security, and women could only look at them from the outside instead of handling them and putting them in the bag. So this is a broadside. It was written in 1867, and Dave Moran, who was in Nick Jones's group Halyard in the 1960s, he got hold of this and put a tune to it, and I put the rest of the tune to it because I felt it needed a bit more of a tune. Now don't we live in curious times? You scarcely would believe it, when Frenchmen fight and emperors die, and ladies go a-thieving. A beauty to the West End went, round the shops she lingered, and all upon some handkerchiefs she laid her pretty fingers. Now thieving is a wicked trade, as I to you will state. Now, when a poor man steal a penny loaf, they'll send him off to Newgate. He'll get 6 months in Newgate jail for roguery he was dealing. And there's a lady all in a veil that rambles out a-thieving. The drape appeared beneath her shawl, said, "What do you mean by all this then?" And very soon she was in the hands of one of them new policemen. Her husband, when he heard the news, began to shout and curse her, and said the judge should sentence her to 7 years hard labour. Thieving is a wicked trade, as I to you will state. Now, when a poor man steal a penny loaf, they'll send him off to Newgate, and he'll get 6 months in Newgate jail for roguery he was dealing. And there's a lady all in a veil that rambles out a-thieving. Don't we live in curious times? You scarcely would believe it, when Frenchmen fight and emperors die, and ladies go a-thieving, and ladies go a-thieving. Thank you so much. Coming to the end, aren't we? Sort of 8:15. Time time to go into the finale. I'll just do one more song. I'm feeling reckless. I'm feeling reckless tonight. Three more. Yeah. Great. Okay. I was a big fan of the Dransfields when I was a lad. Robin and Barry Dransfield were big news in the 70s. And I got quite friendly with Robin and Barry actually, because they both do the same business that I do, which is dealing in violins. And Robin lives in Cornwall, and Barry lives now in Devon. So I see Robin quite often when I'm down in Cornwall. And but they were absolutely the business, and then they sort of made quite a name for themselves on the back of this song. Was probably their most famous song. It's called The Rout of the Blues. And, this is a version from Hampshire. Their version came from Yorkshire. And interestingly enough, the Yorkshire version mentions going over Salisbury Plain, whereas the Hampshire version mentions Scarborough Sands, which I thought was a bit peculiar. But a different version of it. As I was a-walking on Scarborough Sands, some pleasure and pastime to view. The girls were all crying and wringing their hands, for the rout has just come for the blues, the blues. For the rout has just come for the blues. The landlord and ladies, they walk on the sand, and so do them pretty girls too. But now they're all crying and wringing their hands, for the rout has just come for the blues, the blues. For the rout has just come for the blues. A pretty young girl to her mother did say, my heart's full of love, it is true. I'll pack all my clothes and without more delay, I'll travel the world with the blues, the blues. I will travel the world with the blues. Such gallant young fellas as ever you'd see, if your British Majesty true, I'd catch England over and Scotland all through. But you'll find no such lads as the blues, the blues. You will find no such lads as the blues. Such are ships thou in harbour and ready to sail, how sweetly the music plays too. They'll all raise their voices and give three huzzas, and a health to King George and his blues, his blues. Here's a health to King George and his blues. Okay, in parts. We're getting there. Okay, thanks very much for indulging me, for putting up with the mistakes, and all good fun. But, this is a song that I've actually known this song, or known about this song virtually since I started, since I was in Canny Fettle, in fact. Yeah, and The tune for this song was written by Bob Deal, who was a fiddle player in Canny Fell. He was not a singer himself, and he was sort of bluegrass fiddler. That was his hobby when he wasn't playing in the band. And for some reason, he decided that he'd write a tune for this song, and he did. And he played this tune for me once, and that was it, because he didn't have much tolerance for people like me, and that was all I got, was just one time through, you know. And I've not forgotten the tune from that day to this, and I've never actually had the courage to sing it until recently, because basically it's very much a ladies' song. And I thought, I sort of showed this song to one or two young lady folk singers, and they all turned their noses at it. So I thought, well, sorry, I'm going to sing it myself. And it's a Lancashire song, which is where I come from. It's called When I Were a Bit of a Lass. You talk of your modern behaviour and such, your up-to-date manners and ways. You're thinking you've come to a wonderful pitch, you're cram full of pride nowadays. But I wished you'd have lived in me grandmother's time, when cheeks were not plated with brass. You didn't wear frocks that'd give chaps a shock, when I were a bit of a lass. There were no penny mashers nor fopenny ops, when I were a bit of a tot. They didn't walk out with a tab in their chops, nor smoking and swaggering a lot. And bits of lads then didn't think they were men, when sitting at the back of a glass. They didn't walk that talk back when their feathers looked black, when I were a bit of a lass. Then lasses were lasses, and if they were poor, they dressed up in sensible rags. They didn't walk swaggering with pads in their ewer, nor swinging their vanity bags. They had no clock stockings to sport on to prom. They didn't think swanking were class. They'd known so much neck sticking out had the eck, when I were a bit of a lass. But you'll have to excuse me critical views, I'm apt to keep wagging my tongue. I'm apt for to praise them old-fashioned days, when we were quite happy and young. But when you get out, somebody else will be told as modern behaviour's no class. With pride you'll impart as your manners were smart, when you were a bit of a lass. Okay, thanks very much. It's been an interesting experience. Very enjoyable. And I'm going to finish with a bit of Beverly Brothers. It's not renowned for their concertina accompaniments. And, I can see old Don and Phil stood in the wings at the Carnegie Hall, you know, waiting to go on, and the concertinas in their hands. And, yeah, well, I don't think they'd have made quite so much impression as sort of hoped for. Have another go at that. I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you. And so I beg you, must cling to someone now and forever. Let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love without your sweet love. What would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love without your sweet love. What would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me, and that you'll always let it be me. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
We might be able to persuade him to do another one. We'll see after the raffle. Okay. Would you like to draw the raffle, Steve?
Oh, I'd love to, yes. Oh,
Just 2 bits. Yeah. Give me one.
there you
and
go.
another one.
Another one. Right. This one here.
Yeah.
Right.
Great.
Right.
Angie Bart, you've won the CD. If we don't have your email, please can you email me and let me know. And Alan Clayton, you've won the loo roll, you lucky thing. Hooray. I think we can probably squeeze another song out of him. What do you think? Yeah. I'd like to thank tonight's socially distanced team. We've got the live streaming director, Roger, best boy, teleprompter, photos, Phil, sound engineer, John, and lighting, cameras, focus pull, Chris, donations and chat, Sandra, and social media at home, Jax. Thank you very much. So, can we have another one from you? Do you have another one up your
Can
street?
indeed, yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you. Hey!
I'd like to also to thank everybody who's done such a wonderful job in getting this together, especially Morag, who's helped to keep the folk scene going throughout this awful time. And long may Rosslyn Court prosper and bring back the other folk clubs, I say. And so I'll finish off with as it's nearly Sunday, I'm going to finish off with a hymn, and this is what they call the Whalemen's hymn. So it's the hymn that the whalemen sang. And the whalemen, who in the 18th and 19th centuries, when they used to go around the world on these sort of 4 or 5 year voyages to catch what few remaining whales that they all hadn't already killed to fuel their little oil lamps, because there was not many other sources of oil in those days. And they used to spend a lot of time in the Arctic and in the Antarctic. And they used to come down to the tropical islands to put the oil into barrels, basically, and to stock up on food and to get the ship fixed if there's anything wrong with the ship. And there they met the missionaries. And the missionaries, the whalemen were not particularly religious people, but they liked a good tune. And this is a song that was since been taken by the Salvation Army as well. And it's a version from Martha's Vineyard and you'll know this song. Sung by Bill Tilton, who was a whaleman. When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound and time shall be no more, and the glory of his resurrection share. And the saved on each shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. On that bright and cloudless morning, when the dead in Christ shall rise, the glory of his resurrection share, and the saved on each shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Labour for the Master from the dawn till set of sun. Let us talk about his wondrous love and care. And when all of life is over and our work on earth is done, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. That was very good. Sent us on and off on a very good note. I feel a lot better for that. Next week, we have Kath Tate, who isn't able to be here, but she sent us a video, and she's a very, very witty songwriter. The following week, we've got Katie Bradley and Dave Ferrer, and they're here in person. Then we have the Beard Conspiracy in person with their beards, and then Okavanga also here. And then after that, we have an audience, which is going to be awesome. Really, really fantastic. Chris Fox and John Parker, followed by Polly Morris, and who's another witty woman, followed by Brown Boots, who play fantastic tunes. You'll know them from Tune Day Tuesdays off that internet. Thank you, Steve Turner, for performing for Rosalind Court tonight. Thank you for coming from Nottingham to perform for us tonight. That's a real commitment. Thank you. Thank you all out there for supporting live music and by live chatting and donating. And keep watching Facebook, Rosalind Court. All the old events that have happened here are still up and you can watch them if you go to www.rosalindcourt.com/concerts. Great. Thank you very much. My name's Morag Butler. I'll see you at 7:30 next Saturday for Kath Tate. Very witty woman. It's going to be good. Okay, thank you. Bye.